The best phone for productivity-minded power users. The Samsung Galaxy Note 9 is one of the best phones we have ever tested and also one of the most expensive. However, for that money you are getting an extraordinary spec list, including the first mainstream phone to offer 1TB of storage and an incredible screen. Let's get right to the screen. It's beautiful. It's a bit narrow if you are coming from the Note 5 or similar, but the way it wraps around the frame, the smaller bezels and the impressive color reproduction and brightness make it a real favorite. With 4000 mAh battery under the hood, the Note 9 has one of the biggest batteries Samsung has ever thrust into a device, meaning it can easily last through the day. You can also charge over wireless easily. The cameras on Samsung phones are part of the reason they rank so highly in our list. The sheer capability and low light performance is impressive. Photos are definitely more on the colorful side. The secondary rear camera allows for 2x optical zoom, giving you sharp telephoto snapshots for when you are standing too far away. The aperture here is always set at 2.4 and like the main lens, it has optical image stabilization to make up for your shaky hands. The Samsung Galaxy Note 9 does so much, and we have not even touched on the new camera remote enabled Bluetooth S Pen. The expansive quality screen, the battery life and the camera all combine to make this a stunning smartphone only if you can afford it. The Huawei Mid 20 Pro is still one of the best phones from the Chinese firm to date, offering up a heavy mix of design, power and performance with a few party pieces thrown in too. It builds on the P20 and P30 Pro, offering up even more screen-enhanced triple rear cameras and an in-display fingerprint scanner. This phone has Kirin 980 processor and it's the first 7nm chip on any Android phone. The Mate 20 Pro has 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. You can expand the storage to a maximum of 256GB. It has a 6.39-inch display, giving you a huge amount of space for gaming and movies, and its QHD resolution and HDR10 support ensures everything looks great. You will get great battery life from the Mate 20 Pro, and we regularly achieved a day and a half of usage from a single charge during our review time. This phone comes with 3 cameras on the rear, adding the excellent 40MP wide angle and 8MP telephoto lenses from the P20 Pro, but the third sensor is new. It's an ultra-wide 16MP snapper, allowing you to capture even more of your surroundings into each shot. The Mate 20 Pro is a full-featured phone for a full-featured price. The Google Pixel 3 XL is the best big screen camera phone you can buy today. One that's able to capture stunning photos that your friends won't believe came from a smartphone. If you are looking for one of the best camera phone on the market, look no further. The single rear snapper on the Google Pixel 3 XL is the best we have come across. You also get a big screen, decent battery life and plenty of power under the hood, making the Google Pixel 3 XL all-around flagship smartphone. It's hard to ignore the 6.3-inch display which dominates the front of the Google Pixel 3 XL, but it still offers a chin bezel, providing space for one of the 2 stereo front-facing speakers. The QHD resolution and HDR support ensure everything looks great, but the notch is a little ugly. The battery life on the Google Pixel 3 XL exceeds many of its rivals, comfortably lasting a day on a single charge and sometimes getting halfway through the next one too, depending on your uses. You may only be getting a single camera on the rear of the Pixel 3 XL, but do not underestimate it. The camera here is capable of producing some simply staggering results, making shooting great photos easy and fun. The Google Pixel 3 XL marries the best camera phone we have ever tested with a sizable OLED screen. It's the right fit for people who don't mind the notch cutout at the top and have already adjusted their grip for bigger smartphones in the past. The Huawei P30 Pro is the best smartphone when it comes to photography. The Huawei P30 Pro is so close to being the best smartphone right now, and for some people it's already in the top spot. It's the best phone we have used when it comes to photography with 5x and 10x zoom capabilities and fantastic low light performance. The large 6.47-inch screen on the P30 Pro may only have a full HD Plus resolution, but it's bright, clear and colorful, providing an excellent canvas for your apps and games. The Huawei P30 Pro packs a 4200 mAh battery, which is larger than those in pretty much all of its rival. The Huawei P30 Pro packs in a Kirin 980 chipset and 8GB of RAM, giving the handset plenty of power under the hood. This means the P30 Pro is capable of handling any app you throw at it. With fast load times and the ability to render graphically demanding games such as PUBG on the highest settings without skipping a bit. There's no worry when it comes to P30 Pro potentially running out of juice. The battery life here is excellent. The Huawei P30 Pro's standout feature is its camera setup. It's the feature Huawei is marketing the phone around, and for good reason, as a camera phone it's excellent. On the rear, you will find a quad camera array comprising of 40 megapixel main sensor, 8 megapixel telephoto camera, 20 megapixel ultra-wide-angle lens, and time-on-flight depth sensing camera. The cameras of P30 Pro sets a new standard for the entire mobile industry. Its 4 rear cameras are quite simply astonishing. The design is eye-catching and powerful. It is providing good 5x and 10x zoom and a digital 50x zoom, which gets you insanely close to the objects far off in the distance. Its low light capabilities are also top-notch. The P30 Pro not only sets a new standard for Huawei, it sets a new standard for the entire mobile industry. It's a true flagship. The Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus is the best smartphone available right now. It's a big phone that's designed for big hands, and it takes the very best of what's on the smartphone market and puts it together in a compelling package that we have loved testing. The Super AMOLED 6.4-inch display has been measured as the very best around, with super colors, great dynamic range, and essentially the very best viewing experience you can have on a mobile phone. The default resolution is Full HD+, but you can crank it to QHD+, and it's very sharp, with HDR10+ for superior contrast and color. That's a very important feature if you are a movie watcher on your phone. Plus, there's a fingerprint scanner embedded in the display. The battery life on the Galaxy S10 Plus is an improvement over the S9 Plus, thanks to the larger 4100 mAh battery inside. It will easily reach bedtime with double digits still left in the tank. The S10 Plus also offers Samsung new wireless power share, allowing you to wirelessly charge other devices on the rear of the handset. The back has a triple lens camera that takes normal, telephoto, and new ultra-wide photos. You can capture more of what's in front of you without having to take few steps back. The Galaxy S10 Plus is packed full of the best Samsung has to offer, and it comes together to give you the best smartphone experience around right now.
Hi! Want to know more about the futuristic tech and latest gadgets? At Techtastic, we provide news, reviews, and updates of the latest tech on the market. So don't forget to subscribe to my new channel in the description below.